Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Antonio checking in. Welcome back to Manifesting Your Desires, day 9 of 90, subconscious mind reprogramming. And today is still more mindfulness. My frequency is raised. I know I'm definitely becoming more mindful because the things that I'm reading, my meditations, everything is becoming more just, oh wow, it's like clicking more than ever. My frequency is raising. And like I said, man, certain habits, desires, I'm not saying they going away. It's just the more I listen to my subliminals, the more I feel like I move towards my goal, and certain desires and habits just no longer serve a purpose. Not saying that they are truly gone, but I notice the more and more I work on me inwardly, and the more I visualize and listen to these subliminals, the more I, like I said, move toward my goal, which means that I'm moving away from old things that used to satisfy me. Situation happened at work. It wasn't nothing really major. I don't want to get into too much depth about it because I want to see how it's going to play out. But it was just a situation where it's like, you know, your frequency raising and you're like, okay, I see how this is playing out because, you know, like at work, it's like they kind of treat you just strictly like employees and not like humans. And I get it. Business is business. Don't mix your personal feelings with business. But at the end of the day, we still persons. So I think like in this work world, it's like they really forget that people are human. Or maybe they don't forget. They just, you know, some people's lives are their jobs. Let me just leave it at that. Some people's lives are really their jobs, and when it comes to this 9 to 5 work world, some people just being real, that's it for them. That's just it. Like, you got those people who've been working at 15, 16, 20 years, 5 years at the same position. At that point, you realize, like, yo, that's their life. So, you know, like, frequency-wise, you know what you got in mind. I know what I got in mind. So it's like you don't let that affect you. But it's just being more mindful and even developing more empathy, you know. But I think one of the biggest things that I'm getting from this subconscious reprogramming is the empathy. Well, not the empathy, the mindfulness. But since I said empathy, they kind of like go hand in hand. Just becoming more and more mindful and realizing that everybody got their own situation going on in life, whatever the case may be. So it's like not to let no one else's situation or lifestyle affect yours, or in this case mine. But just being more mindful and realizing that my frequency is raising, knowing that I can apply more mindfulness in certain areas of my life, you know, just giving myself that dialogue that, hey man, you got this, keep doing it, you can do it. And, you know, even when I visualize now, I'm learning how to use my senses to engage more into the visual to make it more real, so I can persuade my subconscious and my mind, you know, to merge into that reality. So instead of me just straight visualizing, I'll just imagine. Like, say for instance, I read a book. Well, I didn't read a book. It was a little excerpt. And it was like, imagine, instead of visualizing your beach home, imagine being in the house, your beach home. Imagine hearing the waves, the ocean just clashing. Imagine your feet in the sand. Imagine being on a patio of your beach house and you smelling the waters, the ocean. And that's engaging your senses to make it more real. And that does take time to develop, but it is definitely possible. So I got my personal visualizations that I'm working on, and I've been learning to engage my senses in it. So it's just more mindfulness with my eating. Today, I've been doing pretty good as far as my eating goes. And like I said, every day is not like nothing drastically is changing. You know, you have some days that is more potent than others, but the overall thing that I'm getting so far is definitely my mindfulness and learning how to breathe and stay in the moment, learning how to observe my thoughts and not get caught up in my thoughts, and learning that, hey man, and in divine time and everything just gonna continuously line up. I know I put in my order with the universe. I know it's cooking in the kitchen, so I ain't tripping. These little jobs that I'm working, they just little appetizers to the main dish come. But definitely building inner strength. It's definitely letting me know that the actions, the thoughts, and the deeds of today is definitely the future of tomorrow. Or, definitely see my actions in the next coming moments. So I'm not tripping over that. But sometimes, going through it can, building strength can, it could be a little tedious, a little wrecking at times. But for the most part, we're going to keep pushing. I just want to see how this situation going to unfold with my job, because I think this situation is going to determine a lot about my standing with this job. Although, like in the past video, I told you guys I had an opportunity with a work from home job. And although we all know that a job is a job and, you want to work and do your own thing, but I know a lot of the work that I do personally is work from the computer. Like from my YouTube channels to my art. A lot of stuff that I do, trading, is based at home. Like all I need is an internet connection. So like I said, that would make sense for me to work from home. So that's in alignment. But the situation that went on at work, it wasn't nothing major, but it was just still eye-opening to let me know that, hey man, some people's lives are their 9 to 5s. That's just is what it is. And while I'm pretty sure people want more in life, I feel at the same time it's always easy to get in that comfort position where you can just be like, you know what, hey, I'm good here. I got me a job. I'm secure. Because, at some point, everybody does want that security. And why not? But I choose not to take my security in the 9 to 5 route. Not knocking anybody who is, because I feel like it's some dope jobs out here that are super catered to the employees, that care about the employees, that's super flexible. But you also have other jobs that's kind of similar to where I'm at, where it's like no emotions. It's just like, hey, come here, let us burn you out for a paycheck. But that's neither here nor there. It's just thoughts that happen when you become more mindful. You see things for what they really worth, and you don't take them personally. You just like, oh, okay, well, this situation is kind of not in alignment with the direction I'm going in, so let me skirt and go this way in alignment. So I'm not even banking on the at-home job. I'm just banking on just being in alignment and just being open to opportunities that come my way so I can have the ability to investigate them. So that's where I'm at. More mindfulness, the frequency is raising, and definitely developing more empathy. and just a sense of well-being. I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. Thank y'all for listening, man. Until next time, y'all stay tuned, y'all stay down and keep manifesting your desires. Peace out.